Introducing Channel E18, the Cherry Hill Public Schools television station. No other station can make that statement.
Hello, and welcome to this week's edition of Eastcast on Channel E18. I'm Valerie Garfield with Sukun Shah to bring you the highlights of the week here at Cherry Hill East. East Spring Musical this year will be Funny Girl. The show, directed by Robert D. Nation, choreographed by Mrs. Haynes, and designed by Thomas Weaver, is about the life of Fanny Bryce, a young girl trying to break into show business. The show will have an extravagant 21 set changes. The cast features Sue Yocus and Laura Chepnick as Fanny, Marla Diamond and Beth Zeiger as Mrs. Bryce, Tim Babcock and John Greenberg as Eddie, and Matt Portella and Rex Carter as Nick. The show will surely be a production that shouldn't be missed. The musical will be staged sometime in the early spring. Stay tuned to E18 for more details in the coming months. You can also see some of the same talent this Friday and Saturday evening in the productions of Mr. Nation's advanced acting class. Tim Babcock is the company manager and director of the Shakespearean comedy The Princely Brothers, with music by Joe Zelnick. Joe himself is company manager of the Frobisher's Farce. Senior Katie Sipp's Brainchild is an absurdist play. The performance will begin at 8 p.m. on Friday and Saturday in the Little Theater. So support your local thespians.
Chairman Jenny Mitchell, Jenny Bloom, Mary Jo Ludwig, Lou Hanel, and Brian Whalen remind you that on January 24th, the Red Cross will be sponsoring a blood drive at East. People are still needed to give blood. If you think you may like to donate, you must be 18 years old, or if you're 17, you need your parents' consent. Giving blood is a worthy cause that can help save lives. The blood drive will be held in the library from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. If you can, please give. It doesn't hurt that much. We have given more blood than any school in the area. Let's beat that record of 266 pints. Tomorrow evening is the annual Winter Band Concert. The concert will feature the Wind Ensemble, Concert Band, and Symphonic Band. As always, the concert promises to be a success due to the hard work and preparation of the band students. The concert will be held in the auditorium at 8 o'clock. Don't miss the musical rendering of Shakespeare's Othello. That's this Thursday night at 8 p.m. We would like to again congratulate the music staff and students who have been chosen for All South Jersey. East is an unprecedented 89 students named to All South Jersey Wind Ensemble, Orchestra, Symphonic Band, and Chorus. East Student Congress Publicity Manager Pat Curley has been elected to an exciting position in the State Student Congress. Here's Eastcast reporter Andrea Weinberg with an interview.
Hi, I'm here today with Pat Curley, a newly elected officer of the State Student Congress. Congratulations, Pat.
Thank you.
What office will you now hold, and when will your term begin?
Well, the new office that I was just elected to was executive member of the State Student Council, and my term actually began last Tuesday, a week ago tomorrow.
What process did you go through to get this position?
The candidates for the election are from the southern part of New Jersey this year. The state is divided into two sections, northern and southern district. So this year, it was the southern part. We got a notice in the mail saying if anybody wanted to run, one person from each school was allowed to run. Mr. Belchikoff presented the idea to me, and I thought about it for a while, and I decided to run. I filled out an application with a letter of recommendation from Mr. Belchikoff, and then I had to go for an interview over at a high school in North Jersey this December 2nd. That went pretty well, and the elections were this January, and I was elected. It was a lot of fun, a lot of work, but it was worth it.
So what are your responsibilities now?
My responsibilities would be executive member of the State Student Council. More specifically, I'd be in charge of the state charity of the New Jersey Association of Student Councils.
Well, thank you very much for your time. We're proud to have you represent our school. Good luck next year. This has been Andrea Weinberg for Eastcast.
The next adult school SAT courses begin February 3rd. The $35 fee includes materials and instruction for 5 weeks in either verbal or math. Courses are available on Mondays and Wednesdays from 2:45 to 4:45 and from 7 o'clock p.m. to 9 o'clock p.m. So prepare for the SATs now. There are a number of writing competitions which are open to high school students. The 1985 New Jersey Writers Contest is sponsored by Trenton State College. Awards will be given for short stories and poems. Rider College is sponsoring an essay contest which will publish winning entries in Venture, the college's literary magazine. $100 will be given to first prize winners. Finally, Time Magazine is sponsoring a contest for writers and artists. 4 $5,000 scholarships will be awarded for writing, and 4 $500 scholarships will be given for art. See your English teacher for additional information. Next, we have our famed Eastcast film critic, Julian Cohen, with a review of the science fiction drama, Enemy Mine.
Last week, I went to see Enemy Mine starring Dennis Quaid and Lou Gossett Jr. If you are wise, you will not make the same mistake I did. Now, perhaps I am being a little hard on this movie because I am a science fiction fan and I expect only the best in sci-fi movies, especially since so few are made. But this movie is pointless. The premise behind the movie is old. Dennis Quaid, an earthling named Davidge, is flying around in his little fighter spaceship, shooting the enemy ships out of the sky. When one of the Dracs, they're the bad guys, shoots down a friend ship, he goes after the Drac, who happens to be Lou Gossett Jr. The Drac ejects out of his ship onto the desolate and unexplored planet they happen to be flying over, and Davidge crash lands there after his engine burns up. There you have it, 2 enemies stranded on an uncharted and desolate planet. Sound familiar? You've seen this before in the old World War II flicks where the American and the Japanese soldiers are stranded together and forced to live together on an isolated island while the war goes on around them. The two eventually meet, and of course they become friends to survive, or else the movie would have lasted 15 minutes instead of the 30 it should have. Of course, I'm missing the point of the whole movie here, but the point of the movie is dumb. The point is pointless. The ending is such a disappointment that the entire movie is for naught. There are plenty of good sci-fi stories that would make good movies. Why waste an entire movie on a stale concept such as Enemy Mine? I had high hopes for Enemy Mine when I first read about it 2 months ago, and almost anticipated its release. What a disappointment. This has been Julian Cohen for Eastcast.
In sports last week, the Cherry Hill East boys basketball team lost a tough game against Woodrow Wilson by a close score of 72-70. The game was marginal throughout, and at halftime, East was up by 1 point. This lead was held until 25 seconds in the fourth quarter when a Wilson player got fouled. He hit both foul shots and drove the clock down to 13 seconds remaining. As East's Frank Sullivan put up a shot, he was fouled as well. However, he missed the front end of a 1-and-1. Another Wilson player was fouled, but made 1 out of 2 shots to bring the final score to 72-70. The team then bounced back to victories over Highland and Camden Catholic. Yesterday they played Paul VI High School, and today meet Washington Township. We will bring you these scores and highlights next week. Congratulations to the girls varsity basketball team for the team victory over 6th-ranked Camden Catholic, 16-17. The girls freshman team also defeated Camden Catholic on Saturday to give Mr. Fred Belchikoff his 100th win as freshman basketball coach.
Don't forget that you can still cheer on the basketball team as a bleacher creature. Wear red to the games and show your school spirit and support for Valori's Valiance. Last week, the East Winter Track Team had a developmental meet at Widener University, attended by all Group 3 and 4 high schools in South Jersey. Bob Angelito set a new record for Cherry Hill East 1/4 mile with a spectacular time of 56.8 seconds. Mike Kresloff ran a time of 1 minute 49.5 seconds to take first in the half mile. Brandon Hamilton ran an impressive 1 mile in the time of 4 minutes 47 seconds. We will keep you posted on future meets and East success.
Semester courses will end next Friday, January 24th. Final exams for these courses begin tomorrow. Second semester courses will begin Monday, January 27th. Well, that's all for this week's edition of Eastcast. I would like to express special gratitude to our advisor, Miss Peggy Beck, cameraman and editor, Mr. Gordon Hampson, and our technician, Jeff Kahn. This has been Sukin Shah and Valerie Garfield for Eastcast. We hope you tune in next week. Please stay tuned for West Report and Beck Brainerd boys basketball. Have a peaceful holiday. Good night. Good night, Ophelia.
You are watching Channel E18, the Cherry Hill Public Schools television station.
Good evening and welcome to the West Report. I'm Jennifer Nye.
And I'm Cynthia Pensevine. This Friday, January 17th, West will be holding its Lip at Night. This is an annual event featuring students from West who try to imitate their favorite vocal performers in dress and style as they lip sync a song. In the past, this contest has been very successful with winning acts such as Billy Joel performed by Kenny Hastings and Prince performed by Sean Cephas. The contestants work very hard, as you can see, so come on out to Lip this Friday night and see your favorite vocal performers.
The boys varsity basketball team has a record of 3-3. High scorer captain Ellen Brumbaugh has an average of 19 points a game. Sophomore Brian Spell has an average of 17 points a game. Coach Murray sees a good future for this team, and the next game is Thursday at home against Pennsauken. The wrestling team is standing 2-6. Tri-captains Mike Seymour, Dave Straub, and Kevin Lockwood are holding strong for the team. Junior Gary Gagnon has shown to be very promising for the team's future. Coach Seymour says they have a strong chance to beat East on the February 29th game away. The next meet for the wrestlers is Saturday home against Woodbury.
To update last week's story on the Hall of Fame, today the faculty voted for the 63 senior students on the ballot, and tomorrow the seniors will vote. All the factors will be put together and the members will be chosen. The final selections will not be known until February 7th, when the annual Hall of Fame assembly is held. In talking about seniors and their special activities such as the Hall of Fame, one must know that there is one thing going through most seniors' minds right now, and that is what to do after graduation. Our special feature tonight is on post-graduation plans of seniors, and although it seems a long way off, the time to plan is now. This is the time of year when students fill out college applications, and their guidance counselors probably see the students more than their parents do. If college is not on the agenda, then the senior students have a little bit more time to prepare. Jennifer talked with some seniors about their plans.
With me is Tony and Bezzy, a senior here. Tony, what are you going to do when you graduate in June?
I'm going to be heading towards Florida for a career in the travel industry. There's a travel school down there that will prepare me for a career with airlines across the nation. You'll be
a pilot?
No, it's not a stewardess or a steward. I'll be working in airlines across the nation, whichever one I choose.
With me is Bobby Atkins, star athlete. Bobby, what do you plan on doing after graduation?
Funny you should ask that. Last night I was lying in bed around 11 o'clock when the phone rang. I answered it, and it was the coach from Brown University, soccer coach that is. He asked me if I'd received my tickets yet.
Tickets? What tickets?
That's what I said. And he said, I sent you plane tickets. You're flying up here in February. Surprised, I said, okay. And so that's where I think I'll be going in fall of next year.
Well, congratulations, Bob.
Thanks a lot.
With me is Fred Rose, star of that great show, What's Hip? Fred, what do you plan on doing after school?
Well, Jen, I'll probably go home and have some toast and maybe watch some Gidget or I Love Lucy.
No, Fred. What are you going to do after you graduate from high school?
You know that guy Merv?
Merv Griffin?
The Merv Griffin. I plan on being more of a wow Merv Griffin.
Well, Fred, looking at your What's Hip TV show, I'm sure you have a good chance of that. Good luck, Fred.
Thanks,
You'll
Jen.
need it.
To all the seniors out there, good luck with your plans, and remember, don't wait till the last minute. And now it's time for another adventure in their never-ending quest for What's Hip. Here's those wacky teen idols, Fred and Jim.
Hey, I'm Jim Sutcliffe.
And I'm Fred Rose, and we're here to tell you
What's hip? Hey, Fred, what's hip?
Well, Jim, it doesn't look like anything here.
Looks like we're gonna have to hunt for something. Well, Fred, if we can't find something here, we might as well just go home.
Hey, Jim. Hey, Fred. Come on in.
Sound Odyssey is very hip. They've got all the latest magazines from here and abroad. A hearty selection of the latest jazz, classical, and oldies. All the latest and hippest imports. Hey, Jim, look at all these cool movies. Not only cool movies, but look at all the instruments and accessories they've got here. Hey, Fred, look, I got these rare, hard-to-find U2 records. And I got Sun City on sale. Well, it certainly was a good day at Sound Odyssey. We're standing here with an employee of the Cherry Hill Cinema. What's hip about the Cherry Hill Cinema?
One nice girls coming around this movie.
Yeah. Certainly my prerequisite before going to see a film. Boy, isn't this fun, Fred? Yes. Boy, that mall sure is wacky. Hey, there's Have a Heart. Have a Heart? What's Have a Heart? They only sell things that are heart-shaped. Hey, Jim, here's merry-go-round. Let's see if we can get some assistance.
You guys need some assistance?
Boy, am I tired. But there's so much more to see. Like what? Like the House of Almonds. There's really a store that just sells almonds? I've got to see this. Hey, Fred, I think there's someone following us with a camera. Oh, it's that wacky gnome. Well, since the House of Almonds was too crowded for us to go in, we decided to enrich our minds instead of enriching our appetites right here at B. Dalton Bookstore. Yeah, Jim. Plenty of hardcovers, paperbacks, cliff notes, and magazines. All at a reasonable price. Boy, Fred, am I tired. But it's a good kind of tired. Yeah, I guess that's about it for the mall. It's back to the What's Hip headquarters for us.
Well, it looks like Fred and Jim haven't made their way back, so thank you for watching the West Report.
Please join us next week at the same time. Good night.
Good night.
You are watching Channel E18, the Cherry Hill Public Schools television station. No other station can make that statement.
Good evening. I'm Amy Ward, and this is Brainerd News. Our winter sports season is now in full swing, and our Brainerd sports teams are rolling right along in full gear. Here's Heather Ferguson with the full Mustang update. Heather?
Thank you, Amy. Here's the latest update on Brainerd sports. The Bees were buzzing last week while Brainerd boys basketball team beat Beck's boys basketball team last Thursday at Beck. Also, Brainerd's boys wrestling team beat Beck's boys wrestling team last Wednesday at Brainerd. The girls basketball team beat Beck's girls basketball team this Monday. I'll have these results for you later. Brainerd's bowling team bowled last Thursday, January 9th. High girls score was Holly Newkirk with 133 points, and the high boys score were Tim Fawcett with 190 points and Michael Hoffman with 194 points. Brainerd's boys wrestling team have been doing fantastic so far, and their record stands 2-1. Last week against Beck, many of the Brainerd wrestlers had pins. These boys were Brett Atkins, Ken Olszewski, Billy Blavet, Rob Clancy, Sean Lockwood, Tom DePatry, Paul Gastia, and Jason Butler. Also, Brainerd had a meet against Audubon last Friday with a score of 54-24, Brainerd winning. Brett Atkins and Bao Ngao had pins. Brainerd lost to a tough wrestling meet to Voorhees by a mere 4 points. Last Thursday, Brainerd's boys varsity basketball team blew Beck away with a score of 50-24. Steve Schreiber led the Mighty Mustangs with 12 points, and there were many other point getters like John Martini, Steve Farling, Britton Blackburn, and Mike Ellis. Josh Weinstein, Derek Stigler, and Mike Donaldson also played excellent. Steve Schreiber and Mike Ellis got co-MVPs for their all-around performance. The boys' next meet is January 16th against Delran away. 7th grade boys opened their season by beating Beck 42-33. Mike Russo, Todd Lavinson, and Nate Trulli were the leading scorers. The Beck and Brainerd game in basketball was held last Thursday, January 9th, in its entirety, will be shown immediately after the news. The girls' basketball team have only had a few games so far and are really playing up to their potential. So far, the record stands 2-1, and the games that the girls have lost have been between a 4 to 6 point margin, very close. The team is very enthusiastic and is looking for a good season. Well, that's it for Brainerd Sports. I hope we don't play any more bees again. Back to you, Amy.
Thank you, Heather, for that thorough job on the sports. Brainerd Student Council will soon be selling white hooded sweatshirts. On the arm of the sweatshirt will be written Brainerd, and on the top corner, a Mustang will be printed. More information about this project will be given soon. Now here's Kim Massey to introduce to you another new teacher here at Brainerd.
Hi, with us today we have Miss Gilbert, a new member of the 7th grade science department here at Brainerd. Hi.
Hi, how you doing, Kim?
How long have you been in the teaching profession?
Oh, I have to be honest, about 20 years, at least 20 years.
Where did you get your education?
I've been educated at Chestnut Hill College. I know it's right outside of Philadelphia.
Where have you taught before teaching here at Brainerd?
Oh, a number of places. Started out over in Glenside, Pennsylvania. From there, went to Jersey, North Jersey, up to St. Catherine's School, up in Spring Lake, New Jersey. It's a beautiful area up there. Taught in Maple Shade, and then spent the past 13 years here in Cherry Hill.
What do you like most about the teaching profession?
I like to share knowledge, and I like to have the children express themselves, to be able to enjoy what's happening, to enjoy this subject matter rather than just be fact-finding, a lot of facts.
Have you taught other grades than 7th grade?
Oh yes, I've taught 4th through 8th.
Which is your favorite?
I enjoy the junior high. I enjoy 7th and 8th grade.
You've been at Brainerd for almost 4 months now.
Yes, that's true.
What's your impression of Brainerd?
Oh, it's a fine school. I enjoy the friendliness of the people. The staff is friendly. The children are very respectful, very nice. And it's a well-organized, well-planned school.
Well, thank you, Mrs. Gilbert, for being with me here today at Brainerd News. Now back to Amy.
Well, that's it for this week. And don't forget the Brainerd Beck boys basketball game. Boy, that's a tongue twister. Following this newscast. Good night.
You are watching Channel E18, the Cherry Hill Public Schools television station.